This is Support is Sexy, episode 67, and today we're going to talk about For Now is Not Forever. Welcome to the Support is Sexy podcast. I'm your host, Elaine Fluker, entrepreneur, author, producer, and founder of Chic Rebellion Media. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I talk to women entrepreneurs who share their journeys and the true stories of their wins and their lessons, and give you insight and inspiration to take your business and your life to the next level. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Support is Sexy. I am so happy to have you because you know it just would not be the same without you. So today I wanted to talk to you briefly about something that actually my friend Erica has said to me before, and I use it often actually on the podcast. So if you've listened in the past few weeks, you may have heard me say this phrase, "For now is not forever." And before I go into this episode, I do want to say I am saying this to myself as much as I'm saying it to you. So everything I share in here, I'm saying it to myself as much as I'm saying it to you. For now is not forever. Think about that. That's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately as time gets closer to this move that I'm supposed to make, which is why Erica first mentioned this to me when I talked to her about moving from New York, which is where I'm based, which is home for me, which is where I built my career in media and started off with building my business from here, moving from New York to Atlanta, closer to family, different community, obviously, definitely a different vibe, different everything, just a change of pace. Not that I need to slow down, but I feel like I need a change of pace. And now is a good time just because of my place and the lease and those kinds of things that from a practical standpoint make sense. But I've been thinking about this from another standpoint of maybe now is the time to change things up and figure things out. But I admit there is that part of me that feels tied to New York for some reason. No logical reason, just tied somehow to New York for some reason. I don't know if it's ego that doesn't want me to leave. I feel like I'm giving up something if I leave. Don't know what it is. And actually, it doesn't even matter what it is. What I need to remember is something that Erica said. For now is not forever. And I say that because a lot of times with big decisions or what we feel like or what we make into big decisions, we get caught up in this idea of it being something that needs to be right for the future. In other words, trying to see into the future. If I make this decision now, will it be the right thing 3 months from now? Who knows? How can anyone other than God know that? There's no way for me to know if this decision I make today is the right, quote unquote, right decision for the future. 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. Of course, we want to try to plan and figure out what could be the right move, but really none of us know. What we have to look at is what is the best next move, which is something that Oprah talks about. What is the best next move that you can make in this moment, in your now, to move forward? And that's what I have to think about, the best next move, taking everything into consideration. Even I will tell you, I did a pros and cons list, which I'm very big on. I write in my journal, pros and cons. What are the pros of leaving, the cons of leaving, pros of staying, cons of staying? Go through that, look at it, decide what feels like the best next move. And the key is not to worry that whatever happens, I'm talking about a move, but whatever kind of shift that you're planning in your life, but whatever happens for now is not forever. So if I go, for now is not forever. It is until it's not the right thing anymore. Then we can make another move, whatever best serves us in that moment. For now is not forever. So the decision you make does not have to be the decision that is for the rest of your life. I mean, imagine that. Think of some decisions that you've made in the past that were terrible. You didn't know they were going to be terrible, but they were, or they are. Those decisions, even if you're still cleaning them up now, doesn't mean it's who you are forever. Doesn't mean that it's going to affect you, hopefully not forever. It is what you did in the moment, whether you knew better or not. Now you're in a new now. Another circumstance that I want us all to remember, the "for now is not forever" mantra, which I've just made it into a mantra. Thanks, Erica. is when we're in situations where things aren't working out. So whether that's a relationship, a romantic relationship with your partner, whether that's your career and you have a boss or a coworker or whatever, you don't like the job, whatever that is, whether that's in your business, maybe things aren't going right in your business. Either there's some friction with a partner or your business just isn't growing the way you want it to, or things aren't coming together the way you thought they would, or you just suffered a big loss in your business. Whatever it is, those are tough times, hard for us all to deal with. What I want you to remember, even in those moments, for now is not forever. How can you get through that moment? What is the best next move you can make in that moment without any beat up? Because we don't allow that. How can you move forward? If it messed up, you messed up, somebody else messed up, fine. How do you move forward? And remember that whatever you're going through, no matter how bad it is or how bad it seems, for now is not forever. You can get through this if you make some decisions, and some of those decisions may be quote unquote tough, or some of them, as I say, we make them harder than they actually are, but some decisions are difficult, especially if it's something where you feel you need to move on in some way. So I won't belittle what the decision is. Sometimes we have to make brave decisions, which is something I always talk about. But remember, no matter what, for now is not forever, even in those situations. And the final thing I want to mention of the moments when we can call on the for now is not forever idea is we're going into the season. It might be a little early to talk about this if you're listening to this in October, but we are headed into the quote unquote holiday season. And I am blessed, so blessed to have a family, loved ones, friends, people around who are there during that season and always. But I do have friends and know of other people, and that there are millions out there who don't necessarily have people around during that time or other times, which we should make sure that we remember those people, check on them, be with them, support them in whatever way they need during that time. But for anyone who goes through that, who knows that period is coming, who goes through a tough time, even just in winter, if you're in the northern places, whatever it is for you in that season, or even if it's not winter, I'm just saying that because we're headed that way. In general, if you're going through a tough season, or a tough season for you is coming, maybe it's something that's during a period where you lost someone special to you in that time, or you lost something else special during that time. Whatever that season is for you, whether you know it's coming or you're going through it now, what I want you to remember, especially you, is for now is not forever. For now is not forever. For now is not forever. Please take that with you and remember that. Say it to you as often as you can, as often as you need to. I actually have been saying it a few times during my morning meditations, which I've started doing. For now is not forever. I use all kinds of things during meditation: phrases, sayings, mantras, songs, short recordings, even of myself saying something empowering and affirming, whatever it takes to get me through that season. For you, also remember to find the thing that gets you through that season, and keep in mind, for now is not forever. Also, very important, get support during that period. Don't go through it alone. You don't have to go through it alone. We're all about support around here. So while you're remembering that for now is not forever, remember that there's some people who are there for you, who can help you, who can support you. It might not be people in your immediate circle. It might not be people in your business. It might not be people at your job. Who knows where these people will be, but you should find them. There are people out there to help you. People, resources, whatever you need, you are responsible for getting the support for yourself, seeking it and accepting it. That's the important part. Accept support within these moments. And remember, for now is not forever. So thank you all so much for listening. I love these little solo episodes. I appreciate you for indulging me when I do them. We do have some great interviews coming up, and I know you're going to love those as well. But this is fun just to share a little bit of a personal insight and about business, personal life, transitions, just things that are going on. And this is almost like my journal, which I look back years from. I've been keeping a journal since I'm 16, so it's fun to look back and just see the transformation, or sometimes the same stuff that I'm going through from then to now. So it'll be interesting to look back at this a year from now and see what's next. I might be, podcasting from Spain. You never know what's going to happen. Life is open. We're going to see, Be open, make the best next move, knowing that for now is not forever. What serves me and honors those I love in this moment. That is what is important. So for anyone wanting to go back and listen to some other past episodes with great, inspiring women that I've interviewed, you can go to supportissexypodcast.com. Check those out, leave comments, let me know what you think. Also, please be sure to click the free resources button and find out what free resource I'm offering at this time. Right now, it is a 3-part audio training on making brave decisions, but there will be other things that'll change there depending on the timing. It might be, who knows, some exclusive interviews with some of our guests or top tips from some of our guests, just different things, little bonuses to offer you all outside of the podcast. This is where I'm going to do that. So that will be in the free resource section. When you go to supportissexypodcast.com, you will see it at the top there. All right, so I appreciate you all for listening. Thank you so much. Remember that whatever you're going through for now is not forever. And hey, if it's a great time that you're going through, I don't want you to necessarily think for now is not forever, but remember to enjoy the moment. That's all the more reason to enjoy those moments when things are going good. You're in your bliss, you're in your purpose, everything's working, you're getting everything that you need, and you're in a space of abundance. Enjoy that moment. Don't miss it, because things change up and down and flow. Not that you're waiting for the next shoe to drop or for something to go wrong, but be present in those moments too. Embrace the for now moment. Enjoy it. And besides, you deserve it. So be all about it, all up in that moment if it's going good for you. I know things are going good for me. I have a lot to be thankful for. So I am embracing that moment and thinking about what is the best next decision I can make to bring myself the most joy, happiness, and fulfillment. That's all we can do. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Gonna let you go now. You know what to do. Go out there and create something sexy, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.